Okay, hello guys. It's me. Hi, it's Chloe with Glam Nails by Chloe. So I am coming to you today from my nail room, from my suite. And I am going to show you this here. This is a shop vac. I got this when I was actually in China. So this is just like a cell phone clip, but I've seen something like this at Five Below, or I'm sure you can probably get something like it on Amazon, and it just clips to my table. But what I did was, because I have a Valentino and I took it out of its cradle because I wasn't getting that great a suction. I don't know, maybe this might be too deep, the distance in between here and the top. So this is actually the weather stripping tape that they put in windows to keep it sealed. So I got that in here. And then also I was still having like the big chunks because I do takedowns and stuff like that, you know. And so I'm like, well, I'm not getting good enough suction here, and I still have dust flying everywhere. Like, look at, this is just dust that I didn't get to get in my suction just from filing, okay? So what I decided to do was, after watching a woodworking video on YouTube, this guy made a soundproof box for his shop vac. And I'm like, yo, I need to do that. So this is what I'm going to show you. I was at Walmart and I seen this. And this right here is a collapsible ottoman. And with this collapsible ottoman, what I did was I had my dad drill holes in here that go into the box to vent it out. And then also, there is another hole there. And that is where the tube comes out, and more holes to vent at the bottom. Okay? Now, the whole point of this was so it can be soundproofed, and also I don't want it to catch on fire. This is just a mini Stanley shop vac. It's a 1.5 flex HP in a 1 gallon thing. The tube vents out, of course, through here. This tube screws on, so I don't have to worry about it coming out in here if I'm yanking on this. And then also I have the holes at the bottom. I have a lot of space around it, so it doesn't get it. It's not gonna get in there and catch on fire and like burn me up or something. Now, this is pretty cool. I've only been using it for like 4 or 5 days. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna take it off out of here. If anyone could do this, it's you, my dear friend. Thank you. Okay, so like, this right here is just a collapsible ottoman from Walmart. This cost me 20 bucks. This shop vac cost me 20 bucks. The whole thing cost me 40. I was going to have a carpenter build me a box and buy the biggest shop vac they have, but I have a very small room, so it's really just sitting on top of another little bitty ottoman that I had that I probably should have got rid of, but I kept, which is fine because I like having it closed just in case I can look in there. And then, of course, you don't want it to be running all the time just when you need it. So what I did was I went to Lowe's and I got this. This is just a plug that I plug my shop vac into, and I can flip it on and off. So that's how it sounds with the lid open. And actually, it doesn't sound that loud with that on and with the Valentino on. I actually like it a lot, and I'm wiggling a lot. But let me put the top back on this thing. And the whole point of this box is because it's covered in this felt-like material, so I felt like it would soundproof it a bit. And then also, people are like, what? And my clients, they just put their purses up there to get their purses out the way and not on the floor. So there. And then I'm going to flip the switch on. See? Not even that loud. Suction is pretty good. See? And then what I like also is, after I'm done, if there's any big giant pieces, I just go ahead and take it off this clip here and then suck the big pieces off my table and then wipe my table down. Yeah, so that's it. That's my suction thing. I like it. It's helping keep down a lot of the dust. I'm going to show you. I got a little glitter. Now, I'm not going to use a lot. But when I'm filing, of course, dust flies up. So you see the glitter? It's going in there. You still see a little on the table. But it's not that bad. Okay, I keep the hose up with this clip thing. I got this clip thing, honestly, when I was in China with my brother hanging out for like 2 weeks. But I've seen something like this clip thing at Five Below, which is a dollar store here. You can also check on Amazon. And what I do like about the clip thing is because I can position it like this. And I'm even thinking that because I still have enough holes, I might get one of those big giant office clips and clip the hose here and then angle it on top of my workstation like that. So that way it's not in the way. So it's pretty simple, if you can see it there. And I don't clip it in there the whole way. I just take it and clip it like that. And then it angles it, because like when I'm filing, my hand is here and I'm filing and it's sucking the dust there and sucking it here. So that's just, you know, we're nail techs. We're trying to figure out how to do stuff. I just was just trying to figure out how I can get my dust and keep it from going over on my face, because I'm getting acne, going all over my smock. And usually my smock is like covered. And as you can see right now, my smock is not as covered in dust as it usually is. Thanks for the hearts. So this is just like one solution that I have come up with. And the reason for the box, for me, you putting it in the box, is that I want it to be a little bit like soundproofing. So hardware guys and woodworking guys soundproof their shop vacs. Thank you. They soundproof their shop vacs so that when they're in the shop, it's not as loud. Because, you know, those decibels can mess with your ears. So it's just what I found and like a little option. This clip in China probably cost me like $2 American. So look on Amazon, look at Five Below, and you might be able to get something just like it, or just figure out something. The next thing I might do is I might get a piece of PVC plumbing pipe and like kind of string it up. And if I do there, use a PVC plumbing pipe and string it up and have it pointing straight down, I might get a better, I'm spitballing right here, but it might be better configuration, because sometimes when I'm filing, like my hand will get sucked up to it, and I wear gloves, so it looks very unprofessional. You're filing like sucked into the vacuum. Anyway, but if I come up with something else, I'll definitely post it. I'm gonna, of course, have a picture of everything. I'll post that on YouTube and on my Facebook channel. On my YouTube channel and on my Facebook, you know, just in case you guys want to run it back and re-look at what I got. But it's a small Stanley shop vac. Yeah, flying up. Yep, a small Stanley shop vac. And yes, I'm always working on something. A small Stanley shop vac and a collapsible ottoman from Walmart. Like, this whole hookup cost me like $42. So that I was gonna have a carpenter guy, so I was gonna get him to build me the box and then buy the shop vac, and it would have been too big and bulky, and it probably would at least cost me about $250. So I've saved exponential amount of money doing it this way, and I still have the same effect. The only thing is, if you get a box, you need to have somebody cut holes in it. So my dad cut the holes into mine. He cut the holes for the tubes and the vent, because you don't want it to catch on fire, and you also need to run a plug out of it. And then I got this little, and it's a clicker plug, and yes, those polish racks are custom. My dad made those. The clicker plug, the only place I found this little plug right here with this is from Lowe's. Home Depot doesn't have it. Target doesn't have it. Lowe's. So what I did was, it just has a little plug-in port. So you plug the shop vac into it and then plug that into the power strip or into the wall. And voila, you got some desk suction. So hopefully that will help someone out there. Like I said, I'll upload this video on my shop vac salon dust system. It's not like a HEPA filter in there. So a lot of people are like, oh, what about HEPA? Yeah, that's terrible too, like getting dust in your lungs. But what I want to do, I wanted to keep so much dust from flying around the shop. Like, I'll dust that night before I go home, and then come back in the morning, I got a fresh layer of dust on everything. And that was just making me pissed to the highest level of pissivity. Okay, so that was the point of that. Okay, so it was more so about cleanliness and not having so much dust left. Because if you look at my nails, this is what I have. I have clients that have this, or they'll have gel polish with glitter, and I'm filing all of that, filling, shaping, putting on the more sparkly stuff. And so if I'm doing 6 people a day, that's more dust than my Valentino is currently able to handle. Okay, it's a smaller unit. I don't have the big unit, but I needed something to use in tandem with that because I am doing so much with the fouling and all that jazz. So I just find that it made it easier for me. Another thing that I found is, I'm gonna flip the camera